Welcome, everybody, to Midday Magazine for this Thursday, January 23rd, 2025. I have your host, James J. Malouf here. In part two today, we're going to catch up with Laura Huber, 4-H program educator with UW Extension. And we have Trina joining us from AmeriCorps with Laura. That'll be a lot of fun. Right now, we have in studio our friends, family natural food, Stephen and Katrina Hittner here. How you guys doing?
Hey, good.
Yeah.
First show of the new year, isn't it? It is our second. I was going to
We're
say, I know
now.
I saw you guys before because I could have swore I said Happy New Year to you guys.
Yeah, it's okay. Happy New Year again to you and to everybody out in
thank you.
Radio Land.
Time flies in the new year.
Yeah,
you know?
it does. It does. It's weird to think that we're already 23 days in. That's just crazy to me. But we're excited, and we're excited about things that are happening over at the shop. What's going on?
Yeah, so we like to start out with just getting people's calendars out because we're like that. Action.
Yep.
We got presentations. We're not going to really talk about the presentations too much besides we want to get you the dates. So February 18th at 5:15 at Family Natural Foods, Essential Oil Presentation by Liza. She is a Pronarome educator, and she's fantastic. So those of you that have heard her in the past know how great she is. I'm sure they'll be coming back. Those who haven't, we
usually bring some free samples too.
We encourage you.
It's a good one to come and maybe bring your little backpack so you got something to haul stuff home with.
Yeah, that too.
She's a great talker. She really is. She's very good with people. Really great too with if you have questions. She seems to know it all.
Oh yeah.
Yep. She's great. So that's going to be February 18th at 5:15. And then on March 13th at 5:15, we're going to have foundational nutrition and really how to age your best from, I believe it's 40. I think the focus is 40 and up, how to really age your best. What are we missing? What do we need? How can we, be our best self as we are aging.
Yeah.
And this isn't just for a 40-year-old. This can be for a 50 or a 60-year-old,
Or
a 30-year-old. We can all learn. There's going to be foundational information on it for everybody. But that's going to be done by Brian with True Grace. He's the CEO of True Grace.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to get the CEO
Yeah.
come speak.
Yeah.
He
Brian's-
knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, he really does. He's a fun guy to talk to too. A
Yeah.
lot of energy, a lot of great way of delivering information.
Yeah.
Brian talks to you, and he's just talking to you. He's not talking down or
No,
anything
he's
like
great.
that.
He's
He's just a really
passionate.
good guy.
Yeah, absolutely. So that one's going to be March 13th. Again, that'll be a really nice one for really everyone.
And I got to say, what a great idea for a topic. That's something that we're all doing in some ways or another, whether
Yeah.
we think about it or not. But the idea of just kind of focusing on that and being able to help people with the things that they may need. There's plenty of people trying to look younger, but I think most people are just not so much trying to stay young, but just stay, feeling it, feeling young and
Yep.
feeling some of that energy that we had when we were younger, less aches and pains or any of these things. So that kind of stuff can be a little gray area sometimes when you're trying to look for it in the store or something, like in your store or something. You don't get a chance to ask somebody.
Yeah.
Here you can ask those questions straight up, and with the topic being focused on that, that's really good.
I think it'll be a great topic as well. So, and he comes with so much knowledge and a great way of explaining it. So, mark your calendars for March 13th at 5:15. We'll obviously share more as time gets closer. And then we just want to dive into, it is the new year, like we were talking
Yes.
about. So, and we're still only 23 days in. A lot of people like to focus on New Year's resolutions, and we're not necessarily saying New Year's resolutions. We're just want to highlight a few things that can help people with some goals they may have. Maybe one of those things is stress. Stress is one that a lot of people have, whether it's a resolution or not, but we all don't really want it. How can we best help ourselves and help our body, because it can get overwhelmed really fast with stress? And there's a couple products we haven't highlighted as much that we really wanted to focus on, and one of them is called Cortisol Rescue, and this product is made by the Terry Natural team. So a great product. And I mean, I'm going to read the bullet points because I think it's pretty.
Yeah, it's pretty impactful.
Yeah.
And this product is sort of made. There's a lot of contributors to weight gain, and one of the biggest ones, which is really one of the most important ones to address, is stress. So if you have a lot of stress, then you start doing stress eating. You start holding weight because your body goes into this fight or flight mode. Where your body's like, I need to survive. This isn't about burning calories. This is about survival. So to really lose weight, if you do have stress, you got to work on the stress first. And Katrina will probably give us a lot more specifics on this too, but that's kind of the basis of it.
Yeah, so and that's a great point, because a lot of people don't think, Stephen, about I'm stressed and that's causing the weight. There's so many trickle-down effects from that. So I think that's a good one. So here's just the bullet points we'll just talk about here. So stress resilience. So this product, Cortisol Rescue, will help with stress resilience, weight management, energy, stamina, positive mood, hormone balance, blood sugar balance. Okay, I'm not done. Hold on, everyone. It can help with heart disease, weak immune response, because often when we're stressed, our immune system does get weakened. So it helps with your immune system. Sleep disorders. Oh, James, this is great for you.
There's a lot of check marks over here.
It helps with it helps just keep our healthy weight, and it helps with brain fog, depression, these kind of things that we're finding they're all interconnected, because stress plays a huge part on our life. And we don't want stress to be the one controlling and behind the wheel. We want to take control of that. And this is a great product that can really help you balance your stress. And I want to read about this little bit on here about DHEA, which is a really cool, it's really great for balancing hormones and adrenal health. And adrenals are all part of this stress response. And so it says here, I also should mention that Terry has these awesome, Terry Talks Nutrition. They're like a 2-page, you can read it probably in 10 minutes. It's not over the top for you. Everybody can, I was reading it again and I was like, wow, I didn't realize some of this information.
They'll get into a lot of the science of things. It's really nice.
Yeah, there's clinical studies on things. There's science, like Stephen's saying, but it's an easy way for you to absorb the information. Some people like to take these, talk to their doctor, and say, hey, what do you think? And then, they have all the information there. So we encourage people, if they want to learn more about it, you can grab one of these at the store, or we can, show you that as well.
My dad was afraid he wouldn't be able to say the word that was on one of those, so he did that. He brought his in. There you go.
Yeah, it's a great way to do it. Plus, what's cool is it also tells you the formula and what's in it, because sometimes, maybe your doctor or your pharmacist wants to see what's in that, and it's on one of the corners. So what's really great. But so DHEA, which helps with, the adrenals and the hormones kind of balance. There was a 4-week clinical study with DHEA supplementation has shown that it lowers your cortisol level throughout the entire 24-hour cycle. That means that if you're seeing imbalances or spike of cortisol, DHEA can pull you back to a balanced hormonal level and just stress response. So for 24 hours, we're not just saying, oh, guess what? This is going to work for a couple hours. This is something that will help your body adjust, maintain, and balance.
So much of the, I wouldn't say issues are really the right word here for this, but the topic we're talking about here, so much of this, a lot of the time can come down to a chemical imbalance. And something that you can't really control or necessarily to put a Band-Aid on. And there's a lot of good products out there to help with that. And sometimes and many times they can work, especially when you're working with a pharmacist or a doctor or a psychotherapist or somebody like that can really line you up with the right thing. But even they will tell you that every brain is different, every body's different, so you're going to probably try a handful of different things before you find a thing that works. With something like this, and not this particular product, but Terry's products in general that I've researched and looked into before and we've talked about before, something like this feels like it covers more bases. And I feel like you really hit it on the head there with how much of these things are connected. And if you don't take care of all of these things and you're still dealing with the same issues, whether it's stress or depression or anything else, it's not surprising because you're just hitting on one thing when they're all connected. Something like this covers your bases.
It really
does seem to do that more. So, and I imagine there is no negative to helping out things that maybe don't need it, but hey, it just gets a little bit of a kick to it or something.
Yeah, exactly. And a lot of, this one has a lot of good B vitamins, and B vitamins, when you're stressed, you use them more and you deplete some of your stores for B vitamins. So that's another one that's really nourishing for stress, for your neurological system. So that's another one we just need more of too.
My one issue with the product is, where was it when I was 16?
I know,
I could really use this, man.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry.
That's a really cool product, though.
Yeah, but it is cool, and it also says here. So DHEA is something that we naturally have occurring in our body. It's a hormone we naturally have, and it says that some estimate that say that DHEA levels fall by up to 4% every year in men after the age of 30 or so. So everyone feeling tired, run down, or overwhelmed, DHEA supplementation may be exactly the right course for you. So yeah, I mean,
Well,
it's a cool product.
Yeah, that's really interesting to hear that too. As an actor, I'm 27, so I should keep an eye on that.
Yeah.
You
Couple
know,
more
30's
years.
right around the
It's
corner.
close.
Right, yeah.
It's close.
You guys are the best. Thank you for playing along with there. Stephen and Katrina Hittner with us from Family Natural Foods. This is a really good one. And I imagine that there's some other ones out there that you can help people with their New Year's resolutions or just kicking off the new year the right way.
Yeah, absolutely.
So this is one that we've really loved for a long time, and we sell quite a bit of this. It's called a ligonol. It's kind of an interesting word, but
I like that word. Yeah.
this one came to my attention because it won an award a couple of years ago for the best researched new product or new ingredient. And so like I was like, okay, a product that's researched and is for like weight loss. Those things usually don't go together.
Yeah.
And then, you know, like the other thing that usually doesn't go together with weight loss products is that they're safe. And that's an important thing too. Like there's usually a lot of stimulants in some of these weight loss products. There's things that affect your digestive system. You know, they could do all sorts of interesting things. So we've always really tried to scrutinize products at our store. This one is made from a fruit. And some green tea extract. So there's basically just two simple ingredients that people probably in Asia, like in Japan, for example, would eat every day, you know, just like foods. But what this product does, which I really love, is it's not for all people. But if you tend to store fat in your belly fat, that's what this product's for. And it works, you know, like I've heard this more than once, and, you know, probably a lot of people have kind of experienced this issue. Is they say like, oh, I've tried everything, but I can't get rid of this belly fat. I can't get rid of this stubborn fat. And, you know, honestly, a lot of people have tried everything. And sometimes it's just, you need to figure out why that's sticking around. You know, we were just talking about stress. That's something to kind of address. Sleep, hormones. The product Katrina talked about kind of covered all those, to be honest. But this one might cover that other element of, hey, I can't get rid of this stubborn fat in this one part of my body, in my belly. And the reason this product works and the way it works is it helps increase the circulation to these small blood vessels. So in your belly, where the belly fat is, sometimes those blood vessels are very small and they're not getting good circulation, good blood flow to that. And that inhibits your body's ability to break down or get rid of that fat. So all this basically does is help improve your circulation. But it does it to the small arteries. And so there's a lot of other benefits to this product. And that's how I like to talk about this product. We've done this more than once on the show where we say, oh, this product, it doesn't have side effects, not negative ones. It has side benefits. So the side benefits, I think some people will like these ones. So this product also reduces wrinkles.
Winner.
Okay. I heard that part. I
You know, like, I don't know, like that's kind of a interesting side effect. You take it for belly fat and you lose
And you look younger.
You lose belly fat and your wrinkles go away. Like,
Sounds
okay,
good.
that's rough. Also, similarly, brown spots. So both these things, you know, the skin in your face, there's a lot of little blood vessels going to your skin, and that's where those brown spots are. That's where your skin is just not as healthy, sort of dying or whatever. So if you increase the blood circulation of those small blood vessels in your skin, just like in your belly, it helps heal it. It helps rejuvenate it, helps bring it back to youth. And that's how it's reducing the wrinkles, the brown spots. The other thing that's great about this product, energy. Does anyone need energy?
Oh, wonder.
Yeah, so this helps with energy. It's also just good for general cardiovascular health because it's helping increase circulation, mostly to those small blood vessels, but it's helping the whole body. And it's doing it in a very safe way. Again, this is using a fruit extract and green tea. So really cool product, a lot of nice benefits. and it won an award for the best new research product a couple of years ago. So
that's an incredible product.
Yeah.
That really, really is, especially considering the subject matter. And I think most people have heard of Ozempic and some of the negatives that have been happening with that and everything, and it still remains so popular. And it just speaks to me of how badly people want this and want to be able to lose that weight and stuff. Here is a healthier, much healthier way of doing this. And here's one of the things. You take something like that and it doesn't work for you, you still get all the side effects. You still get all that, and you don't have a product that worked for you. I've got a friend that just went through this. Something like this, maybe it doesn't. If it doesn't help, which I think it will, but if it doesn't help with that, what are the side effects? Oh, you got less wrinkles, or you got the. I mean,
shoot, I got less wrinkles and brown spots. All right.
Oh, what
man, looking younger already.
To your great line, side benefits. So I cannot encourage people enough to be looking first to natural products, whether you end there or not. At least give them a first glance, a first look before you're trying these things. It's so and if not for nothing, a lot cheaper. That don't hurt. It just feels like, and I wholeheartedly admit this is not my wheelhouse. I'm on the opposite end of this one, but I've known so many people that struggle with their weight, and every one of them, it feels like they run into the same problem. Even when they do find something that works, it only works for a short amount of time, and then they're right back to the what they're trying to find again. Something like this has staying power.
Yeah, absolutely. And really, your best investment is our health. Think about that. Like we really, we all want to live a healthier life longer so we can do the things we want. And so these are things you can do earlier now to help so you can stay healthier longer too. And then another one, kind of on the similar topic.
Yeah, but saffron has some benefits and some research behind it for weight loss as well, especially if it's stress related, eating, things like that.
It's also the most fun one to say. Saffron. It's just a fun word.
It's fancy and fun. Yes.
Yeah, it's a unique spice. Eaten around, the world, mostly in like the Mediterranean kind of area.
Yeah, so saffron is really great for brain health. Like Stephen was saying, there's a lot of other side benefits with this product, but really brain mood balancing, positive mood balancing. So great this time of year. That's why we wanted to highlight it. One, it's on sale. Two, it's January. It's the darker season where more of our, seasonal affective disorder or emotional, like just we're not feeling ourselves, depression, etc., that comes into play. But saffron helps boost your serotonin production and lowers cortisol. We're talking about cortisol again. It helps with cortisol. What do you know? It preserves all the good hormones in your brain to help you be able to feel your best. And we have had some really cool testimonials with this product. We've had people use this for younger adults because it's very safe. It's just turmeric and saffron. Those are spices, right? Like Steve was saying, that are eaten around the world. So it's a very safe product, but we've had people use it for attention, like ADD and focus.
Yeah. Works great for that, surprisingly. That wasn't the first thing I thought of. But then I started reading about it. I was like, oh, yeah, actually, there's research on that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Right?
Makes sense.
And we've had people use it for anxiety and depression. And we have a testimonial of somebody who told us we could say it, that she's off of her depression and anxiety medicine because she's doing this and she's feeling so much better.
That's great.
And her mood's better and she doesn't have those side effects she had before. And it's saffron and turmeric. It's like, it's amazing. These are things, again, you could find in your grandmother's spice drawer, potentially.
I wrote down a couple of things just because I thought this was useful and good for people to know about. So the saffron, when it was put into research, it helped to reduce mild to moderate depression. It also helped with moderate OCD. It improved memory. But this particularly was interesting. So in one of the studies, it was found as effective as antidepressant drug fluoxetine. And then in another study of mild to moderate depression, 96% of the women taking saffron went into remission compared to 43% taking the placebo.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
That's big.
It really. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty to help somebody with mild to moderate depression at that success rate. It's like you were saying earlier, James. Like, let's start here.
Yeah.
And we can always try other things, or it could probably work alongside some different prescriptions too. But It really a powerful thing, and with the safety level it has, it's great.
Well, in a day and age where we want more bang for our buck, we want to buy this but get this extra and that kind of thing. It's nothing against the pharmaceutical world or anything like that. They make a lot of products to help a lot of people, but those products tend to be like, oh, you need something help with? It'll help you with this, and specifically this and only this. Yeah. Where every product we've talked about today, and pretty much everything we've ever talked about, these products have so many other benefits to them, while also helping. Yes, they address the problem or issue, while also addressing other things, because so much of this is connected. Because all our bodies, everything, it's all connected.
It's all connected.
So I couldn't stress this enough about starting here with natural products and organic products and everything. Because more times than not only can they help you, but they can help even more and do more good. So many of the over-the-counter products, or especially when it comes to antidepressant products, the positives don't always outweigh the negatives on these. You know, and I'm not just speaking for myself, but many people that I've known over the years that have tried them. Whereas something like this, you really do get more of addressing the issue. Those products don't do a bad job, but they kind of mask things. They don't really. They're just covering stuff up. This is actually helping with the issues and helping straighten things out, if you will, for lack of a better way to put it, and everything. So again, start here. Start with our friends at Family Natural Foods, everybody. Before we let you go, Katrina, would you mind telling us one more time about that first presentation?
I can. It is February 18th at 5:15. It's going to be essential oil presentation, February 18th at 5:15.
It's going to be fun. Mark your calendars for that one, everybody. And just stop on by our friends over at Family Natural Foods, 910 West Grand Avenue, right here in Wisconsin Rapids. Give them a call, 715-423-3120, 423-3120. Be sure to bookmark their Facebook or their webpage, familynaturalfood.com, and check them out on social media. Got a great set of accounts on Instagram and Facebook. Great way to keep up to date on sales and all the different presentations and events that they have going on over there. Thank you both so much. Appreciate the time, you guys.
Thank you.
Have a great day, you two. We'll talk again real soon. We will talk to you in a few right here on Midday Magazine at 97.5 FM, 1320 AM. WFHR, we are locally grown radio.